trying to check what is happening. And I see there is an active participation from you all, especially the participants and the speakers, without whom the entire program is not a success at all. In fact, this is a very new and emerging area. We are not new for new areas. They keep coming and going. The issue is within ourselves as how to accept them, how to take it further for the good of the mankind. Every new material or technology certainly will impact both in a good way and in a bad way. There are super intelligents and there are some stupid people like me. Super intelligence can even go towards an extent of how to exploit technology for their own use, which is not appropriate. Any new material, also, one has to be very clear, it should be done, the innovations are to be done basically for something good, for something progressive. Although my word of superintelligence is a sarcasm, I wish to call every one of you to join the entire world through this valedictory address to kindly identify certain specific topics, specific areas that have a genuine impact on the community as a whole, and as well the community that you serve at the place where you are from. Believe me, the materials, use of materials, it's not an easy task, it is a challenging task. It's not going to be easier. You may have to face a lot of challenges. Those challenges need to be ethical. For ethical reasons, for morale, you need to really bring up these things. I have seen no depth of intelligence in my short experience of about 35 years in working with excellent intellectuals all over several institutions, both in India and abroad, in engineering or higher education institutions. There is no depth of talent. The depth is coming from, if at all it is there, a number of other factors which are being thought by the researcher as external, but it is actually internal. Depth is from within, not from outside. What I mean, when I work on a new technology, a new material, first thing that I need to do, okay, there is an application on which I am working, because most of the engineering is basically applications of science. So there is an application which I am already having it, and there is a hidden need. Hidden need is to be identified from the places where the technology or materials are being used or applied these days. Once somebody has identified a hidden need, you should also look at, if in case you cannot identify the hidden need, at least somebody might have identified it. You need to look into what I can contribute. either from the material fabrication side or the application optimization side, or from an innovative angle, or from trying to enhance certain features which were being asked by the user as a hidden need. But then you have to think, you are the researcher. These days of mouse and click technology, maybe all of us know, given a software, I can produce a number of papers just like that. You can be an author, all of us can be authors. But what I'm trying to emphasize, not production of paper, production of an impactful paper. Again, when I say impactful paper, don't take it from the impact factor of the place where it is getting published. No. Are you convinced that yes, you did some good job on the material usage, application optimization, serving the humanity and community? Did you contribute anything? That is what I mean by a contribution that should come from. Think within your own limited capabilities, whatever. Everyone is not an expert, including myself. I know only few areas, very small. If I count them by fingers, it is only about 4 or 5 areas, but not everyone. So, but then let us complement each other. These are days of interdisciplinary nature research. Let us complement each other. I have been discussing with some agriculture college school that we had here recently on a meeting. They are looking forward for something which they can connect with engineering department. See, agriculture, engineering. Yeah, if you look at farming in various worlds outside, the kind of things that they use, like how they farm a land of 30, 40 acres with an automation and all. I'm not talking about those angles for this particular FDP valedictory function, but I'm looking at the kind of gloves the person wears when he is doing farming, the kind of texture or textiles that he uses, the texture of the cloth that he uses when he goes onto the farm. Believe me, there are sensors built within the texture or the textile part of your wearing itself. These sensors are monitoring a lot of things about the environment as you are doing farming. This is because of nanomaterials. This is because that part is getting communicated live with a number of centers around, which are called the agriculture centers, which are supposed to give inputs to the farmers when what kind of a particular crop they have to grow, what kind of seeds they have to use, so on those things. So while they are doing it, they also monitor the temperature and conditions on the farm. That gives environmental details also. It involves a lot of circuitry, and that is what your courses that you have undergone. I'm sure number of places I have seen there is a relevance to that. Look at relevance. That is another important word. Relevance to current compared to what it is existing and what to do. History, you should always learn about any materials, any technology, for you to understand what kind of things they made without much of internet, much of Wi-Fi. They have, even today people say, those days they produced beautiful papers, not these days. People say that. Why? You have so much now, why are you not able to produce genuine application impact, community impact papers? Entire world is waiting for people like us. They are looking at us. Question your own consciousness. Am I doing something for the community from which you came from? Every one of you came from some native place. Every one of you came from your own native people, or somebody is living in some villages. Can we go and then try to adopt some village and then try to, with our technology, with our materials, can we really bring in some kind of a lifestyle changes in them? I'm sure once you look at interdisciplinary research using whatever has been delivered in this course, focus on interdisciplinary research, focus on impactful, not impact factor based in journals or publications, but impactful, at least to your own self, you feel that yes, I did something, I contributed something. Can we do this? Think of it. I'm not here to lecture you because you're all learned people. And the internet, the kind of things that you have, you can use it in many ways. For example, I think Dr. Leo has some document which I shared in the first inaugural lecture. If you can share that document, I'll be glad, Dr. Leo, if you can please share. I'm showing you a document. I hope everyone is able to see this document and the contents in it. Leo, are you able to see it?
We cannot
Yes,
see
sir.
it.
Is it correctly?
I think even I am not able to see it.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah. Take your time, but see to it that it is displayed.
1 minute.
I want to just give an example of what I just now spoke.
I think it is visible now, sir.
Something is stopping. Is anybody? Now it's slowly coming up. Can you slightly expand so that people can look at the screens? Or only your view can go, the presenter view or sharing view or whatever it is. Yeah. Article 1. Yeah, I'm able to see, but it is now disappearing again. Yes. Article 1. Materials and technology issues for the next generation of power electronic devices. This is about 5-6 pages document which I could produce in hardly 5 minutes. And this is coming from internet. This is coming from internet. 5 minutes browsing of internet produced me these things. Just look at what I gave. I gave a citation of the paper. I gave the abstract. I gave a link where you can go and click and get this full paper if you want. Then published where? 2020 Device Research Conference. 21st to 24th June 2020. We are not far off. We are very close by. Now, who published it? Come down. The authors. MIT, USA. Look at the genuinity of the paper that you are talking about. What I am trying to say, on the palm, on the hand, on your own hand, technology is so much enabling us to check who is the author, come down, and from where the authors are, come down. See the references of particular journal paper or conference paper. What are the journals where probably you can publish such papers? Come down. What are the keywords you can search in different databases? Come down. Yeah. The how many people have looked at these papers? January 15 people, February 18 people. You see, from since the day it was published, after a few months they started looking at citations. Already citations exist. Come down, come down, come down. Totally 344 citations as on some date. Come down. So you can see now, just go back here. Go back to the keywords. Go back to the keywords. Keywords, if you see electric fields, there is some application. You have, you see, controlled indexing is the title on which they are trying to, the controlled indexing is a, inspect is a controlled indexing database. Again, non-controlled indexing also there are some keywords. So in indexing and non-indexing, you are getting some keywords which point towards certain applications where this material probably could be useful. So, how much time it took for us to get this information of what I just now told? Just a couple of minutes glancing through, which is a facility every one of us has today on your palm. In your palm, it is there. Now the question, simple question. So you can get a glimpse of what are the areas from the keywords very easily. It's not at all difficult. Sir, namaste. Yeah. Uh, can you scroll down, Leo? I'm sorry for that interruption. That was from Vice Chancellor's office. I was to pick it up. Come down to Article 2. Come down to Article 2. And if you see the title of the article, Research on Development of Next Generation Electronic Devices. That is where again there is an impact or there is a possibility that you can think about. The full abstract is there. Research topics, you can see there are beautiful topics there outlined there. I have not gone through every topic there, but I'm just trying to give you a glimpse. Again, keywords are there. Come down. All this is possible for you to get via internet and palm. Come down. Keywords again are different areas where you can apply this. Article numbers, there are set of articles again. I have not, there is a volume of information available on next generation itself when I searched it. A set of articles are there. And you can see each place, each one will tell us. What I'm trying to refer back to you, I don't need the document anymore, Dr. Leo, you can withdraw it. What I'm referring to you is that on the palm, you have all this available. So once one title is there given by my coordinator stating that Dr. Shubham Tayal says next generation materials and devices, whatever. I just typed it and I've got this much I could do in 5 minutes. And only this 5 minutes, whatever I could get the document. If I can go into details of each, wonderful ideas come to our mind as what exactly the material and things taught can we use here, can we use there, where can we apply. Each one of you has your own fascinating field or area where you can work on. So apply this to those areas, bring in some community-based impact. What am I serving back to the, back with what you can call it as, you are serving whom? You are serving the community around you. You are serving the government which has given you a stipend to do your PhD or MTech. You are serving whom? You are serving the community around you, which is not only the college where you are, but you are also alumni for some institution where you graduated. You are serving a lot of communities. Can you really try to give some value addition to them? Tell them, make them to feel proud. See, this fellow attended this FDP workshop and he went through beautiful content. Then some stupid like me has advised in valediction function, why don't you do like this? Then they took the advice of that stupid fellow, and finally that fellow has given certain things which probably he tried to ponder around, get something very useful, impactful, which makes the community proud. Can I get that kind of deliverables from this FDP? This is what I am dreaming at. Abdul Kalam said, dream first. The Indian president. Dream first. Try to work for the dreams. That is next. Then see that you run through and get some deliverables. That is third. Life is too small. And whatever little life that we have, professional life is much smaller. If you have a passion to work on something, please ignite that passion from within you. use some small, very easy tips that I was trying to give. These are only a small part of several tips that I can suggest. But there is a volume which one can learn, provided you have an association. They call it as satsang for bhajans and all, they call it. There is a professional bhajan that should happen. That is what is happening now. We are in a satsang now. We are trying to talk to people who are well educated, excellent intellectuals. Let us come to a resolution today. Yes, let me work for something meaningful that makes my life meaningful, that makes my community meaningful, that makes my name taken proudly later on by a researcher. Can we do all this? Just have something from within. Drive it. I'm sure every one of you can do this. Think of it. Take this message. I'm not an expert in the area in which this was conducted, but I know it has a lot of implications on the area in which I work, which is currently, I normally change the areas. Currently, I'm working on biomedical instrumentation and informatics is my broad area. Currently, I am working on point of POC, they call it as point of contact or point of service. There are certain devices, point of care devices in medical electronics, which are connected with a lot of applications of materials and nanotechnology also. We are actually envisaging certain projects in that area where can I serve and do something to humanity. You may ask me, sir, you gave such a wide lecture. Can you tell me one thing that you are serving on? Yes, I am serving on trying to see if I can contribute. I don't know whether I can, whether the opportunity exists. Internet connection is lost.
Sir, you can proceed. You're
Connection is,
audible, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Whether the whether I can bring down the whether I can bring down the uh, deaths during pregnancy, especially in very remote places, using what is called as a concept called nurse, mobile nurse. A nurse will carry a backpack. It will have all devices, and the devices are having this technology which you are talking about in this one, including nanotechnology and materials. She uses that and also uses the networking technology to connect the unconnected, especially in sub-Saharan region, in various remote areas.
There is a network issue. Please bear with us.
And
Sir will.
yeah, you got it?
Yes, sir. You
You
can
got it
proceed, sir.
now? The voice is lost. Voice is lost in between.
Yes, sir. Voice is lost, but now you can proceed, sir.
Where did I stop? Where did I
Uh,
stop the voice?
Actually, this nurse backup.
Yeah,
MNURS.
yeah. Mobile nurse is a concept which we are trying to think about, where I am working and trying to be a consultant for someone, so that we can ensure that the death rates during pregnancy, either of mother or of the baby, is brought back from what WHO reported as 86% by November 2020 to at least can I bring it in the next year, November, at least another 46% or 40% from 85. This is what we are working on, for which all the technology, the backpack will contain those devices, those materials that you are talking about here. The technology is what we are going to use in terms of the part of the nanotechnology. And there is one, it is not one project from my side. In fact, I was asked to be a consultant there by somebody who was in that area. She is nothing but one nurse. Even today, she is a registered nurse of 76 years old from US. She's a registered nurse even today. And we are thinking about inculcating those kind of things, bringing in those kind of community impacts in areas, remote areas, rural villages. So it is not at all difficult. You just have to, now today you have everything. Patch up the things, put them into a system, you can produce excellent and fantastic impacts you can bring in to the community. Think of this as a kind of thought at least, and see if you can dream something, see if you can implement your dream through some lot of hard work and collaboration, interdisciplinary collaboration. I'm sure everything will be excellent. Wish you all the best. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your ideas in terms of research collaboration and in the form of real motivation to the young researchers. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind word and for your kind concern for this, for having this session and for felicitating the participants. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I request the participants to give their oral feedback in the order in random. Maximum we two participants, as time is running out, we are out of time. So please, any two participants voluntarily come forward and give your valuable feedback so that it will help you to improve our session in future. Please, you are welcome. Please unmute and give your valuable suggestions in terms of feedback that we will keep it as our sake of improvement. Please. Participants, please unmute. Otherwise, as a force, we have to call in person. Please come voluntarily and speak yourself. Please don't make us to call in person.
Sir,
Please.
uh, should I speak? Shivam, sir?
Yeah, yeah, you are welcome, sir. Sandeep Kumar, sir, please.
Sir, first of all, I would like to congratulate to SR University and Usha ma'am and Shubham Tayal sir and his team for conducting such a wonderful 5-day FTP on next generation materials and devices on the occasion of this Happy New Year. Okay, so uh, I think it was a wonderful activity that I have experienced in last few years. So, because why? Because the content that has been delivered, it addresses the questions that I was searching for. That what next? On what are the different areas on which we can work after what we are right working on? Okay, so this question has been addressed, at least for me. And the another thing is that the way in which this FDP has been organized, like the continuity of sessions that has been maintained wonderfully. Okay, so one more thing is that uh, the contact that has been provided by different eminent people, researchers, which have shared their current research work. It also like a privilege for us that we can use to contact them. So I also thank for them. So in last, what I say that we will be also waiting for such type of activity from SR University to be held in future so that we can share our ideas in such type of platforms. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sandeep Kumar, for your valuable suggestions. Definitely, we will work for betterment in the in the upcoming future events. We will like to hear from one more participant. If anyone, please come forward, please.
Sir, Vijay sir.
Good afternoon, madam. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Dean sir. Good afternoon, HOD. Good afternoon, Shubham sir. Good afternoon, Leah sir, and friends. And this FP program is organized well, and we learned the new things, and this will be very useful for the research scholars. And the continuity of sessions and the information is very excellent, sir. Thank you for organizing this FTP to us. Is very useful, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, for your valuable suggestions and feedbacks. Anyone can come forward if time permits. Meanwhile, I request all the participants to switch on your camera for a moment, if your circumstances permit it, so that we can take your a snapshot as a token of our memory. If permitted, please kindly help us by switching on your videos. Thank you, participants. Nice to see you all. Thank you very much. Thank you once again for your kind cooperation till now. And I request our convener, Dr. Shubham, deliver his vote of thanks. Please, sir. Please bear with us. Sir will give you within a minute. Yeah. Now I request Dr. Shubham Tayal sir to give his vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Leo. Respected Dean School of Engineering, Dr. Vijay Gunturu Garu, Head of Department, Dr. Usha Ma'am, Coordinator of this FDP, Dr. Joseph, dear colleagues and participants. A very good evening to one and all. This 5-day online faculty development program on next generation materials and devices, sponsored by IETE Warangal section, was organized successfully with participation of research scholars and faculty members from different institutions of India and abroad. I am glad to see participants from different parts of the country attended this program. Thankful to IETE for sponsoring this online FD. I appreciate the presence of every participant for this event. This program consisted of 14 lecture sessions on the topics related to the theme of FDP. Eminent speakers from various institutions of repute have enlightened us on topics associated with design and characterization of materials and devices. Day 1, starting with the energetic inaugural session addressed by Honorable Vice Chancellor SR University, Professor G.R.C. Reddy and Dr. Vijaya Guntoru, Dean School of Engineering, SR University. Thereafter, Dr. Lakshman Raju Thotam has appraised us about various emerging materials for different applications. Subsequently, Dr. Shayan Kanungo from BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus has explained us about characterization of materials using DFT. On day 2, we had Dr. Shubham Tayal has illuminated the session on overview of multi-gate devices along with the need of high-K gate dielectrics. Subsequently, Dr. Ashutosh Nandi from IIT Kurukshetra has explained his research case studies on numerous mathematical modeling styles for device modeling. In the last session of day 2, Dr. Shikhar Gupta from IIT Roorkee has given his insights on spacer technology. We are very thankful to all of them. Day 3, we have also witnessed lectures on interconnects and their modeling by the distinguished faculty of ECE Department, SR University, Dr. R. Shashank and Dr. Shandeep Bhattacharya. We have also witnessed the insightful deliberation by Dr. Shweta Meena, NIT Kurukshetra, on 2D materials for magnetic tunnel junction devices. Therefore, memorable sessions have been observed on various new generation devices, that is, session of TFET devices by Dr. Abhishek Acharya from SVNIT Surat, a session on hemp devices by Dr. Ajyan, and last session on state-of-art solar cell devices by Dr. Deboraj Muchahari from NIT Raipur. On the final day of this FDP, that is today, we have seen the amalgamation of chip design and artificial intelligence. We are gratified to listen the wonderful lecture by Dr. Shubham Sai from IIT Kanpur on future prediction using past by exploiting neuromorphic computing. I felt delighted to listen the session delivered by Dr. K.P. Pradhan from Triple ITDM Kanchipuram, who educated us on challenges and opportunities in futuristic nanoelectronic materials and devices. Collectively, with all these sessions, now I can say confidently that the objective of this program are now successfully achieved. The participants of this course were fortunate enough to see the case studies and research trends from the experts. I am obliged to all the participants for their patience to listen and for making the sessions interactive as well. I would like to thank you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir Professor G.R.C. Reddy, Dean School of Engineering Dr. Vijay Gunturu, Dean Academics Dr. B. Mahesh, Head of the Department Dr. Usha, my seniors, and entire university management for giving me this opportunity to organize this event. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sandeep Bhattacharya for pushing me to organize this event. I give my special thanks to Dr. Leo Joseph for smooth running of this program. I thank all the participants, my colleagues for their support. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks to all.
Thank you, Dr. Shubham, for your vote of thanks. And my sincere thanks to all the participants once again for enabling us to finish this workshop without any sag. And I thank you one and all. Sure, your certificates will reach as early as possible to your mail or WhatsApp. We will acknowledge that. So don't bear with us. Within a short span, we will work on that and you send you all those who have registered. So you will get the certificate. Please stay on the WhatsApp group. Don't left before the reception of certificate. At once you receive the certificate, you can left the group. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful days again. Wish you all a great days and pleasant weekends. Thank you very much.